back to the bay leaf table. Today I'm so excited to share with you the famous Russian cake called Medovic. The main ingredient is honey, so let's get started. For the dough recipe you will need a cup of honey, 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 8.5 ounces of butter, 2 eggs, a pinch of salt, half cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of baking soda, and have ahead another cup of flour for sprinkling. Place a pot on the stove filled halfway with water and let it come to a boil. Place a bowl on top. Be sure the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the water directly. Next, add honey, brown sugar, and butter into the bowl. Mix gently until the sugar is completely dissolved and the consistency is smooth and runny. Remove from heat, and while the mixture is still hot, add baking soda. Give it a whisk and you should see a change in color right away. Baking soda helps the mixture become fluffy and smooth. Then add 1 egg at a time, whisking rapidly until well incorporated. Whisk constantly so you don't end up with scrambled eggs. Okay guys, now comes the fun part. I am going to sift my flour into the mixture. Add flour as needed. When you feel you can't mix it with the spoon anymore, just take it out of the bowl and start kneading. Sprinkle your working area with flour. The texture of the dough needs to be soft and playful. And knead the dough until it doesn't stick to your hands. Sprinkle more flour if needed. Once the dough is well kneaded, roll it into a long tube shape and cut it into 9 equal chunks. Roll each chunk and set aside. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. To create your layers, you will need a rolling pin, my secret weapon, which is a medium lid, and parchment paper. Next, measure parchment paper to the size of a baking tray and roll each piece of dough to the size of a 9-inch circle. Take a lid or a base from a spring-form mold and press down right in the middle to leave an imprint. Use a fork to poke holes, that way the air will be released when baking. And bake it for 4 to 5 minutes or until golden brown. Now I'm going to cut my little circle. A lot of people do it different, but I found this to be the easiest way. Trace the imprint when taking out of the oven and keep the scraps for later. Repeat the process with the rest of the pieces. as you can see, our layers are done. Look how beautiful they look, perfect circle. Love them. So I'm going to let them cool off completely. As you can see, I did not throw away my excess because I am going to crumble them and decorate my cake. While my layers are cooling off, I am going to start working on my filling. So for this, you will need 4 scoops of sour cream, half cup of heavy cream, 4 scoops of powdered sugar, and I'll add 2 teaspoons of condensed milk. And this is optional. A splash of vanilla. Okay, there you go. I got my whisker here. Start whisking. Mix well until the texture feels smooth and fluffy. Now it's time to build the cake. Spread frosting on each layer. Don't skimp on it, since the cake needs to absorb the cream to become soft. Then cover the top and the sides with the remaining frosting. I'm going to add my scraps into the blender and make my crumbs. Dust the top and the sides with the crumbs until well covered. I am going to finish decorate my cake. I am going to add some fruit, some color to it, and then I'll put it in the fridge for 6 hours and I'll show you the final results. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please make sure to subscribe right here, activate the bell so you can get notification on my next videos, and in this corner right here, check out my previous one.